and welcome back to my channel if you're a regular, and if you've just happened upon my video, then hello, thank you for being here. So I assume that people who've clicked on this video are people who've got fibromyalgia. If that's the case, could you just put yes in the comments? You don't have to write anything else, obviously, but that would just give me an indication of who's watching this video. It'd just be interesting for me to know, really. I was in two minds about doing this video because my channel is about health, not illness, and I kind of feel as somebody who advises on ways to feel better, I should be a healthy person. I shouldn't have any health issues. I should be perfect. And I'm not. But I guess there are people who've got health channels or channels on illnesses. In fact, whole channels are dedicated to that illness, whatever it might be. And it's, you know, about that person's day-to-day life with that illness. However, my channel's different because I wouldn't necessarily make another video on fibromyalgia unless I had, you know, enough interest in me talking more about it. I mention it because I have fibromyalgia. I was diagnosed last June 2018, and that was after getting to a point of being in a lot of pain. I've suffered from chronic sort of neck and shoulder pain for years, aggravated by a job that involved a lot of driving around a city that has a lot of maniacs on the road. So it was always a bit stressful to drive, but anyway, that's kind of irrelevant. So I had the chronic pain, and then it just got worse. So the pain started going down my arms and down my legs, you know, and I know some people describe it as like burning. I mean, it's very subjective, isn't it, pain? But I wouldn't have necessarily said burning. To me, it was like when you go to the gym and have a workout, a really good workout, and the next day you're in pain. It was more like that, and I was getting it in muscles that I'd not used. I'd not been to the gym, and that's what it was feeling like. I say was because it's not quite as bad now, and I put that to being not as stressed. I think stress makes a big difference. Stress and a lot of activity, or even a little activity, actually. So yeah, so I got this diagnosis. Now I'm not sure about how I even feel about a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, because if you don't know what it is, it's a name. This is how I see it. It's a name given to a collection of symptoms, and you can get lots of different symptoms. They don't have any obvious cause. So you can have blood tests that don't show anything. You can have x-rays and scans, and I don't know what other tests. But any tests don't show anything. Therefore, it's difficult to diagnose, and also people are not really taken seriously, I think. So they say they don't know what the cause is and that there's no cure. Now, I don't know how I feel about being given a diagnosis of something that has no cure, because that goes against what I try and achieve for myself. I mean, the channel that I've set up, Holistic Healing, was set up because I was determined to get to the bottom of my depression, and I'd come a long way, and I thought I'd share what I'd learnt. I have to say I've not got to the bottom of it. I can still get down, but it's much better than it was. I'm in a much better place than I was. But what I was saying is that I'm kind of a determined person and need to heal myself. So to be told I've got a condition that can't be healed goes against the grain for me. I mean, I might have to accept it. I don't know. See, the thing is, and you may find this if you have fibromyalgia, that you have days where you feel a bit better, and then you think, oh, well, I'll do this today and I'll do that today. And then you find yourself worn out and in pain. And it can affect you the next day or the next few days. I find that really difficult to deal with, because I feel like I don't have any control. And if you knew me, you know that I've really tried hard to have control over my health. You know, I've tried all sorts of different diets for health reasons, not for losing weight. You know, vegan, raw vegan, vegetarian, low fat, high fat, low carb. So I've done as much as I can with my diet, I feel. Taking all sorts of supplements. I mean, you should see my cupboard downstairs. It looks like a chemist's. There's that many supplements in it. I spent a bloody fortune over years. I mean, it's possible I could be much worse if I didn't take things, supplements, if I didn't watch my diet, etc. But the fact that I've got ill at all after all the effort I feel that I put in is disheartening, demoralising, depressing. And I found it, I've been quite upset about that really, because I've worked with people and I've been the healthiest person in the office. You know, the one who was eating a massive big salad for dinner, or coming in with the green smoothie, the one that was going to the gym, and then other people are sat there eating crap, not getting exercise, maybe smoking, drinking, and they seem healthier than me. It's just not fair. But I think that my state of mind, stress, probably, has been the key to my deteriorating health. That and perhaps hormones. I'm interested to know if you've got any theories about fibromyalgia. I know there are kind of theories bandied about, but like I say, they don't know what causes it. I'm a sensitive person, and I suppose I've always suffered from anxiety really, and depression, and mood swings and what have you. And certainly as the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, 4 years, my anxiety has increased. I was hoping that it would decrease as I got older. But that might be linked to hormones. You see, that's another thing with fibro. It seems to, it's not always, there are younger women with it, but a lot of women get it or diagnosed with it sort of from 40 onwards. I mean, it's not to say that they haven't been suffering from the symptoms of it all their life, but it seems to become more apparent or more diagnosed from 40 onwards. And then you can link it to hormones, like, you know, being in perimenopause or menopause. You know, is that making things worse or bringing it about? I'm not sure. But I am a member of a menopause group on Facebook, and a lot of the women there complain about all sorts of physical and mental health symptoms. You know, anxiety and sadness and rage, aches and pains, dizziness, all sorts, you know, all sorts of symptoms, all the things that I've had. And they haven't been diagnosed with fibromyalgia. They just see it as menopause. So, is it? Or is it, you know, is it a hormone issue? And the thing is, you can have hormone issues all your life, can't you? From being a teenager. Perhaps they just get worse as you get older. You've got more stress. Your body starts wearing out. I'm not sure. Being a stress head, being a person who's driven, a person who doesn't feel good enough, so has to try harder. I mean, I'm getting better. I'm getting kinder. But it's like, for a long, long time, it's whatever I do, it's not good enough. So there's a perfectionistic thing. And there has been a study done linked with, I think, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, maybe chronic pain, I don't know, and perfectionism. It's all link between the two. So is that something that resonates with you? If so, leave a comment. So I've done this is the second time I've done this video. The first one was like nearly 30 minutes long, which is too long, I think. I don't want people to lose interest. Too late, they've all gone. I didn't really plan this, and maybe I should have planned it more, but I suppose I was interested in the causes of fibromyalgia and what you think are the causes. And even if we came to some kind of conclusion on here between ourselves, there's nothing to say that that would make any difference to anything or anybody. Although, you know, if you do feel that stress makes things worse, or even caused it, long-term stress, then you can perhaps do something about that. The thing is, I don't know if long-term stress causes something to kind of break in your system. I don't know if that means that you can't fix it. That's it. I don't like to think in those terms because that seems almost defeatist and pessimistic, and I'd rather believe that things can get fixed. You know, the body heals itself all the time, given the right circumstances, you know. Given the wrong circumstances, it gets sick. So any thoughts, really? Any thoughts? I might just leave it at that, really, because like I said, I don't want to keep going on and on and on and this to end up another 30-minute video. Okay, well, thank you for watching, assuming somebody is. If you've liked this video at all, if it's been useful at all, give me a like. If you haven't liked it, give me a dislike. And comments. Any thoughts? Your experience? It'll all be good to hear. Okay, goodbye and thank you.